TownTalk Radio Productions brings you this edition of the TownTalk Show, where you'll get information and insight on what's happening all across Terry County, including city, county and school news, civic events, people of interest, and much, much more. And now, here's TownTalk.
Good morning and welcome to the Town Talk Show. I am Kelsey Slaughter and I have Danessa Churchwell here with me today. And we have Mr. Aaron Waldrop here in the studio with us. How are you today?
I'm doing great. How are you guys doing?
We're doing pretty good. We are going to go ahead and take a short break, and when we come back, we're going to find out everything you have going on over at Wellman.
All right.
Stay tuned.
When you leave this life, how will you be remembered? The legacy you leave will not be measured in dollars and cents or by years lived, but rather by what you accomplished with your life. The measure of our life is not its duration, but its donation. We are here to help your family when you lose a family member. Ratliff Funeral Home in Seminole, Denver City, Seagraves, and Brownfield. We're here for you.
Forward march to the next generation and a brand new age. To the future and the future of tough. Introducing the all-new Ford F-150. The first and only pickup with a high-strength, military-grade aluminum alloy body. Up to 700 pounds lighter, so it can haul more than any half-ton pickup on the planet. Over 100 patents, so you can work even smarter. And every single square millimeter tougher. Towing the most of any half-ton pickup. With the muscle to move the world. And the brains to change it. This is the all-new Ford F-150. The future of tough.
Go by Stanley Ford Lincoln, located at 1708 Lubbock Road in Brownfield, or call 637-7541. Stanley Ford Lincoln, you're just a short drive from big savings.
Good morning and welcome back to the Town Talk Show. We are visiting with Superintendent of Wellman-Union ISD, Aaron Waldrip. It's good to have you in this morning.
Yeah, it's good to be here.
So the new thing y'all have going on that everybody's heard about the progress of is obviously your building. So
yes,
can you fill us
the
in
construction project.
Yeah, what's going on over there?
Well, I guess you guys are aware we moved into the new building, to the classroom portion of the new building over Christmas break. So the kids got to come back after Christmas, kids and teachers, and get started in the new classrooms. So that's been awesome. Just the space, having everybody under the same roof has really been convenient.
Yeah, because before, weren't they in like, I don't know what you would call them.
We had portable buildings.
Okay, portable buildings.
Yeah, so we all in front of the school where it was lined with portable buildings. And really we just got rid of the last portable building just a couple of weeks ago. So even that was another pretty big hurdle to finally see the front of the building cleared out and just think, oh man, you can see the light at the end of the tunnel. We're making way. And again, just it's tough to transition between classes when you're going outside during the bad weather.
Yeah. When I had heard that the kids didn't have like anywhere to keep their stuff. It was like they had to carry everything with them for every class.
Yeah, there were no lockers. So it was really, unfortunately, the kids and the teacher, everybody had kind of gotten used to it, and so I guess is a good thing because really the spirits were still high. Mm-hmm. But then it was really really neat to see everybody getting into the building, how much they appreciated it, and just the newness is always exciting, and the classrooms are shining and everything's ready to go. So, I say everything. There's still a lot of little loose ends to tie up and finalize, but we're in.
Were all the teachers moving, they spent their Christmas break doing that, or how did that work?
A little bit. We had a couple of days. We had rearranged the schedule to provide a couple of days at the end of Christmas break, and then a couple when the teachers came back before the students did. Okay. So they had a few days on both sides to try to get rid of their classrooms moved out of the portables into the new building. So we had a lot of ants running around carrying furniture, moving stuff. A lot of help from the community, and we got it done.
Nice. So are y'all completely done with the construction phase?
Well, we're done with the front half, but the back half, which is the cafeteria, the auditorium, and the new gym, they're still under construction. So right now there's still some exterior work. Right now they're working on the parking lots. They've been out there digging and laying gravel, pouring cement, to getting the curbs up, and then they'll come back in and lay the asphalt here pretty soon. So there's still some exterior work, and then, like I said, the back half of the building, we're hoping to be in and expecting to be in by graduation. And so
have graduation.
That's the plan, is to have graduation in the new auditorium. So there's still a lot of work to be done, but they're getting after it pretty hard, and it's coming together. So we're keeping our fingers crossed and waiting patiently.
So has this been a huge daunting task for you your first year out there helping to oversee that and get it done?
I don't know.
It's not the typical superintendent experience for their first year, perhaps.
Right. I don't know if daunting is the word, but it has been a lot of work, and that's. But it's really been kind of fun and a learning experience to kind of see that side of the business. So I guess some superintendents go a whole career and never really deal with the construction aspect of things, but it's been a good learning experience and really kind of fun to see the ins and outs of it and how it works. And the most fun is seeing the new building come up and knowing that we're going to have access to that and be able to use it for the kids.
Yeah, that's great. Now, what we were talking earlier that you've kind of been implementing some changes out there, some new positive things going on. And what are some of those things? Yeah,
I think we're talking about the student and teacher recognition. We've been recognizing student and teachers of the 6 weeks, not just teachers, but faculty or staff. And so that's been good, having, the kids and the teachers especially are working so hard, and it's good to recognize them whenever we can. So that's just a little thing that we can do. We'll have the teachers vote on the staff member of the 6 weeks and the student, and then we'll bring them up to the board meeting, provide them some recognition, a plaque, things like that. And I think it's been well received. The kids seem to like it. So that's one of the things we've done. One thing that has been going on, but something that we're proud of, is the dual credit program. And this I did not bring this in, but several years ago the board approved to provide free dual credit classes for all of our 10th grade through 12th grade students. So
that's huge.
It is huge. It's something. When I came in, I thought, man, this is amazing that the school is providing this service. And so I've tried to do a little research on it just to see how much money are these kids saving by taking the dual credit classes here with the school district paying for the cost of the classes. And we have some kids who are graduating with over 60 hours and completely free.
Yeah.
And so I've been to a couple of meetings at South Plains, which is who we do most of our dual credit through. And there it's a little cheaper, but you can go look anywhere on college or university websites, or just Google their cost of attendance.
Right.
And it'll give you their average cost for a year, and it includes their books, tuition, living expenses. It kind of wraps it all up together to give you an idea of what it's going to cost to go to that school. And so just looking at some of the places in our area, South Plains, I think, was about $8,000 a year. And then if you go on to Texas Tech, it's closer to $22,000 a year. LCU, being a private school, is a little bit more. It's up to about $32,000 a year. And so I'm thinking, man, some of our kids are getting 60 hours. And so they're basically getting 2 years of college knocked out. So they're saving $50,000-$60,000.
Yeah.
And so, a lot of times the kids don't really realize that until later, but we're doing a good job promoting it and making sure kids are taking advantage of it and getting a lot courses out of the way.
It's a great opportunity for them. Also, another thing that's kind of on everybody's minds right now is the STAR test. Are y'all excited for that?
Oh, we're always excited. Yeah, STAR test coming up into March, I guess, will be the first round. And that will be 5th and 8th graders will do their math and reading tests. And then we'll have 4th and 7th grade writing also. And then we got a little bit longer. The other tests will take place at the beginning of May. So it's right around the corner. But, we know it's coming. We try to not spend too much time and attention on it, but that's part of the game. It's part of the system. So our teachers are working hard. The kids are working hard. They're preparing every day. And, I think we'll be ready.
Can you give us a brief summary or maybe an opinion on the new A through F rating system and how that's going to impact your district and what you think of it?
I can. I think it's here to stay. And I say that I know there's been a lot of opposition. The last update I saw was there was over 500 districts across the state who have passed a resolution opposing the A through F rating system, which is over half of the districts in the state. So there's a lot of opposition from schools. And I think the main reason for that is the actual label.
Right.
And so from the school district side, it's tough to give a letter grade for, especially 55% of it is based on these state tests that have proven to be a little bit unreliable.
Right.
And so, but there's so many things that play into what makes a school good or not. And so to tag one letter grade on it, it seems a little bit unfair. My biggest concern is it's not on a bell curve, but initially this first year it is. It's set, and then they'll set the standards off that bell curve, and then schools will have the opportunity to grow within different areas and try to improve that. But they're basically saying about 70% of schools are either going to be a C, a D, or an F. And I think that's an inaccurate portrayal of how public schools are doing in the state of Texas. And C, you can argue, well, C's passing, and it is passing, but it's still it's got a negative. You don't want one. It's got a negative portrayal. We used to get grounded for C's on the report card, and so
You got a C before?
I never did, but my brother and sister, got C's a couple of times. No, I definitely had a couple of C's. So anyway, with that being said, it's here, and our staff's talked about it. Said it's here. I've heard legislators talk about it, and they said there's no appetite to get rid of the A through F rating this session, which they're meeting right now. So I don't think it's going anywhere, and so I've talked to our staff about it. Said we're not going to dwell on the letters or anything else. We're going to keep doing what's best for kids, and we're going to make the most out of it. I've been one to say that I do feel like our commissioner, Mike Morath, he's the Texas Education Agency commissioner. I think he's done a good job of making some adjustments within the accountability system to make things a little bit fair. So it's not necessarily with the A through F system, but the system within that gives you those letter grades. He's done some work on that. And a couple of those are like in one of the indexes we're graded on. He allows you, it tests you on how well your low socioeconomic students perform. Well, instead of comparing you to everybody, now you're compared to other school districts that have the same socioeconomic makeup as you. Mm-hmm. And so there's little things like that I think he's done a good job to get better, to make the accountability system better. It's still not perfect. I don't think we'll ever have a perfect system. But I don't know. That's kind of my take on it. It's here to stay. We'll deal with it as we need to deal with it, but most importantly, we're going to try to focus on each individual kid. That's one of the benefits of being at Wellman-Union. Small district, everybody knows everybody. You know each kid, and so we can really focus on that individual kid and say, What do we need to do to make improvements? Where are they weak? Where do we need to grow them? How can we focus on, build upon their strengths? And I say if we do that with every kid, then all that other stuff will take care of itself. And,
Right.
all the accountability, A through F, all that stuff doesn't really matter as long as we're doing the best thing for each individual kid. So that's what we'll keep working on.
Alrighty, well, we are going to go ahead and take a short break, and when we come back, we'll have more with Superintendent Aaron Waldrop. Stay tuned. Are you tired of stopped-up sinks and cold showers? We can rescue you at Rescue Plumbing. Cody Churchwell has over 20 years of experience in the plumbing business and provides quality work at a reasonable price. So whether you need installation or a complete bathroom remodel, call Rescue Plumbing at 806-891-9617 and get a free estimate today. And don't forget to like us on Facebook at Rescue Plumbing LLC. Rescue Plumbing, ready to come to your rescue anytime, any place.
Hey, let me finish this text. Okay, I'm good. If you're like me in the morning, you're busy. Sorry, I had to shave. And brush my teeth. Like I said, busy. That was a nice shower. But one thing you should never be too busy for in the morning, okay, pal, fetch, is a real breakfast at McDonald's. All right, now we gotta run, literally. Training for a marathon.
Make a busy morning better with a real breakfast, like a classic Egg McMuffin sandwich, crispy golden hash browns, and a freshly brewed McCafe coffee.
Hello, can't talk now, I'm busy. Yep, doing a jingle. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
At participating McDonald's.
Get on down to your local Kubota dealer today, where the deals have never been hotter on new Kubota tractors. You can get low payments for up to 84 months with 0% APR, incredible customer instant rebates, and a 6-year limited powertrain warranty on new BX, B, L, and MX tractors. There have never, ever been deals like these. Now through December 31st, 2016. Call toll-free 1-800-794-4992 for details about costs and terms. For complete warranty details, see Kubota.com or your authorized Kubota dealer.
And welcome back to the Town Talk Show. We were just visiting with Superintendent Aaron Waldrop this morning, and they have a lot of great things going on at Wellman-Union ISD. Before we get to some more things you guys have going on, can you educate us a little bit? There's been a lot of talk about this possibility of school choice coming up, and just kind of what that means and what that could mean for your district.
Yes, I can tell you you hear a lot of rumors. A lot of bills have been proposed, and I definitely am not the insider. But the things I keep hearing is that the school choice bills will likely get through the House, but they won't pass the Senate.
Okay.
Or I'm sorry, the vice versa.
Yeah.
But they'll get through one, but not the other. And so I don't think it's going to be a reality right now. But obviously that's been a hot topic in education. It's been growing, and seems like we're getting a little bit closer to it every day. The problem that we have is we feel like we already have school choice in our area.
Right.
Students are free to transfer, and that's not quite the case in some of these bigger cities. But in our area, there's already a lot of choice. I know one of the worries that comes up, especially you hear about these education saving accounts. So one of the proposals is for the tax money that goes to the schools to educate the kids. One of the plans is to give that money back to the parents and then say, here's your education money, use it however you see fit. And it's, you can argue a lot of different ways with that. But I know one of the concerns is that you have a lot of parents who are going to use that money for other stuff.
Right.
And they're just going to say, hey, we're homeschooling our kid. We keep $7,000 and put it in our pocket. I'll homeschool my kid. I got 5 of them. That's $35,000 a year. And then they use it on other things, but these kids go without education.
Right.
And, I think that would happen. Mm-hmm. You'd like to think it wouldn't happen much because people care for their kids. But, if the money is there, mm-hmm. it has a lot of influence on us sometimes. So that's one of the big worries. Again, I don't see it happening right now. I hope that it doesn't because, again, I feel like we have school choice now. Mm-hmm. And I think our public schools are doing much better than what's being publicized right now. And part of that, public school, I think we need to do a better job selling ourselves and showing how good a job we are doing, because a lot of the publicity and stuff from the media is negative, and it's really not. That's not the case. There's a lot of great things going on, relationship-wise. Teachers building relationships with kids being successful academically, going on and having successful lives and running successful businesses. A lot of that stuff is happening in public schools. We just need to make our voices a little bit louder.
And talking about that, you said the kids are free to transfer. Are you guys still accepting transfer students at Wellman?
We are accepting transfers. That's a big part of our population is transfer students. Our enrollment right now, we're actually at 286, which is up quite a bit. It's up about 45 students from last year. Wow. But that's a good thing. Yeah. And so we are accepting transfers. We'll have a pre-K roundup coming up here in April. See who wants to come to pre-K and go and get their kids started a little early.
Do y'all take pre-K transfers?
We do take pre-K transfers. The issue right now is we have a few classes that are at max capacity. So there's some that we got a few areas where we're full and don't have any more space right now.
Right.
But yeah, we're always taking transfers and looking to add more kids.
Awesome. Well, you said something earlier that you guys are doing is called District of Innovation. Is that correct?
Yes, we are in the planning stages right now. Our board passed a resolution to proceed and look into this and develop a plan. And so we actually had our planning committee met yesterday and reviewed the plan. And basically what that is the last legislative session passed a bill allowing school districts to pass a District of Innovation plan, and it will allow exemptions to certain provisions of the Texas Education Code.
Okay.
So in simpler terms, you get some exemptions from some of the regulations. And so some of the things that we're writing a plan to try to become exempt from are the first day of instruction. So right now the law says you can't start school until the fourth Monday in August. Well, that's pretty late, especially this year and next year. This year, the fourth Monday is August 28th. So it makes it tough when you start August 28th to get a full semester in prior to Christmas.
Right.
And so that's one of the things our team is looking at to see if maybe it would be beneficial to start a week earlier or a few days earlier. And it also allows you to get some more instructional days in before the test, the state assessments. We're looking at another exemption is teacher certification, and so that would allow us to use teachers that we have that maybe we feel like are qualified to teach an elective course but aren't certified in that elective course, to go ahead and give them a local certification to teach that elective course. And we're also exploring the possibility of expanding our CTE program by maybe bringing in some adjunct teachers who aren't they don't have a teacher certification, but if we deem them qualified to teach a course, then maybe we could hire them to come teach one course a day, in an area where they have the experience, the background, maybe the business side of things, to come educate the kids. So again, just some flexibility things. Teacher contract days is another one. The minute requirement now has changed the amount of days the kids actually go to school. So instead of a certain number of days, now they're having to go 75,600 minutes. So that's really depending on how long your school day is. It's shortening. It's going to shorten our academic calendar. And so, and there's a lot of bills proposed in the legislative session right now that want to make the teacher contracts more proportional to the instructional days. And so that may come about anyway, but that's one thing that we're going to include in our plan, to maybe make teacher contracts more proportional to the student instructional days. So there's just a few things like that we're excited about. We feel like it's going to give more local control, which is something that we're always looking for. So I think it's going to be a good thing for our district.
And once you get that all written up, you guys submit that to TEA, and then they approve it?
Yes, it's a pretty long process, but we're about halfway through it, and really if things go well, we'll present our plan to our board on Monday, and if they like it, we'll post it to our website on Tuesday, and go ahead and notify the commissioner that we're planning on adopting it officially, and then that would take place in April.
Okay, great. Well, we have just a couple more minutes, and you were saying there's some great things going on that you have to give shout-outs to.
Yeah, oh man, I probably shouldn't do this because there's probably something I'll miss, but there are, the spring is always a busy time, so we got a lot of things going on. Our girls basketball team, they made the playoffs. They got third place in district, made the playoffs for the first time in many years. But we had several of them. J.C. Rowden was the offensive district player of the year. Grayson Key was the defensive player of the year. Both of those girls are sophomores, so we'll have them back. And then Mercedes Alanis, another sophomore, and Jordan Connor, who's one of the few seniors. They were all district. And then we had Carly Lambert, a junior, and Carmelita Alanis, a freshman, were both district honorable mention. So a lot of success there. Our boys had a good year, but they had a tough district. 3 of the teams are in the top 20 in the state.
Wow.
New Home, who's about to play in the regional tournament, we lost to them by 1 point back at our place. So they really had a good year. Just pretty tough district. The stock shows, FFA, all that stuff's going pretty strong right now. We had a good showing in our local show, and then since then we've had several kids go on. The Fort Worth Stock Show, just this past week, Swayze Harlan got 5th place with her steer. San Angelo Stock Show a couple of weeks ago, Grace Frankie got 6th place with her Duroc, and Swayze Harlan got 4th place with her steer. And Jordan Connor got 9th place with her steer. And then we got the Houston Stock Show. That's one of the biggest ones coming up March 18th through the 24th. We have 8 students going. We got 5 steers and 3 barrows they're going to show. So I wish them luck. But that, track's getting started. We got our first track meet tomorrow night at Loop. If y'all want to come out and watch, and maybe I can help me run off the pole vault.
Are you out there helping coach too? Or are you
I'm
having
not,
your advice?
It won't be so windy.
I'm not coaching, but they asked if I could come help run off the pole vault.
Okay.
And so
you got to test it out.
I'm just hoping nobody gets hurt.
Yeah. Maybe it won't be windy. They'll get to do it.
Yeah, that's true. One other thing, FBLA is a big program out at Wellman-Union, Future Business Leaders of America. And we have Connor Fott. He's our Area 1 State Vice President. He's a junior. He's running for that position again, so he'll likely be the Area 1 Vice President next year. He just got back from state with competing in Congress. So he did a good job. He's a 2-time state qualifier in Congress. But our FBLA team, we qualified 10 students to go to the state competition. So they'll be going just here in a few weeks down to San Antonio. And if we can get any in the top 4 in their competition, then they'll go on to the National Leadership Conference in Anaheim, California. So we're excited about that. We think we can make it. We're 5-time national qualifiers. Wow. And so we're looking to make it 6 years in a row. But good luck to those kids. We got Esau Macias, Michael Montoya, Luis Escobedo, Jessica Casanova, Grace Frankie, Connor Fott, David Rimple, Brian Armandaris, Kason Vincent, and Blake Crowley, and then one junior high student, Madison White. So Blake Crowley, I got to correct that because I tease it's actually my secretary's son, and I always call her Miss Crowley, but it's actually Crowley. So good luck to those kids. I know they'll represent us well. Hopefully someone will place in the top 4 and get to the national convention in Anaheim.
All right, good luck to them.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for coming in this morning. We always love to hear what's going on over at Wellman-Union ISD. It's always good news. So
yeah, thank you guys for having me. It's fun. It's always fun coming in and talking to you guys.
Well, we are going to have this interview up on our Facebook page for you to listen to if you didn't catch all of it. So be on the lookout for that. Thank you to all of our sponsors for keeping us on the air. And for the Town Talk Show, this was Kelsey Slaughter.
Danessa Churchill.
Have a blessed day.